Evening all. I think we're live by the looks of things. It looks like everyone's here before me this evening, so well done. More organised than I am. As usual, if you give us a little thumbs up under the video, if you can hear me and see me, then I know it's all working fine. Or put something in the comments. It does look like we've got sound this evening, so that's good. And hopefully we've got some vision as well. Are we getting any thumbs up from people? Yes, we are. Good-o. Right. Marvellous. It's working. Good evening, all. Gosh, been rushing about today. I'll just wait for a few more people who I know are going to log on tonight. Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Paul. Before I go through the prices. So I've been rushing about the past couple of days doing TV jobs and whatnot. So, got an interesting thing coming up on Father Brown. I've had a meeting about today. They want kind of a Hi-de-Hi, going to be a Hi-de-Hi camp thing in one of them. So, I've got to dig out some 1950s kind of, you know, holiday camp games and things. So that'd be fun, and build some stuff as well for them. And I'm also working on the new, it's called Sister Boniface Mysteries, which is basically Father Brown, but with a nun instead of a priest, and set in 1962 instead of 1953. But I think they're probably going to use the same scripts. I shouldn't say that, but anyway. So working on those two. I painted a safe for that on Sunday and got that delivered to set yesterday. So that's that job done. So yes, I got home about half an hour ago. Had a quick whiz through a few emails. How are we doing? I think everyone's probably here. Just to catch up with things. So I had to check every, all the sellers have either accepted or rejected the top offers on all their things. So you should all have had notification by now. I think actually, to be fair, I think everything has been paid for last time I checked. So thank you very much, everyone. Let me just turn my phone down because that's going to go mad with people if not. So thanks everyone for paying promptly. So if you're a seller, it just takes a day or two for the money to clear in the bank. If I haven't already got your bank details to pay you out again, send me a message or email or phone me or whatever with bank details, then I can get the money transferred over to you. Or if you want to collect cash, this weekend we'll be viewing, so you can pop along and collect some cash. But let me know because I need to get it out of the bank because everyone's paid by bank transfer. So obviously I need to get to the bank and get the money out. Or if you want cash posted to you, I'm happy to do that as well. Obviously, I'll just knock off the cost of the registered post to send it to you. That's all. So whatever you want, whatever suits you, let me know. As I say, so for collecting, if you bought something this weekend coming, I'll be in Cambridge both days, Saturday, Sunday. Probably Thursday by the looks of things. I'll be in Leamington again. I've been backwards and forwards for these telly jobs. I'll probably be back again Thursday, so if you want to pick up anything Thursday, let me know. Obviously by tomorrow night, so I can stick it on the truck to take it with me on Thursday. And of course, if you've got anything to sell, obviously drop that off when you come to pick up, either here or Leamington. So that takes care of that. Right, I think that's all of that. So somewhere here I did a prices thing. Here we are. I think that's the button. Here we go. So the books, because somebody asked about the books, because I didn't bother to do one last week because it was just books that sold. So we'll quickly run through the books, and then the signs, and then the machines. Hang on a minute, let me find a play button. If anybody wants to comment on anything as we go along, do so, and I'll pause the thing. But otherwise, so slot machines, £2. I've got a next button here somewhere. Hang on a minute, let me try and find it. Oh, did it automatically? There we are. Vintage Jukeboxes Hall of Fame book, £6. I've done these in Miss World order to build the excitement, as it were. Jukeboxes, slot machines, price guide, £7. Vendor Groschen Felt, £11. That was cheap, it's a good book, that one. Jukebox Saturday Night, a bit of a classic book, £12. Turn my monitor, I can try and look at the camera at the same time. Pinball Art, another kind of classic book, £14. And The Anatomy of a Slot Machine, that's like the reprint 1930s Mills book, £14. Automatic Pleasures, £14. Arcadia, £14. Seems to be a popular price, £14 for books. The Fay book, £16. And the next one is Slot Machines on Parade, £18. Oh, that was it for the books. I'm sure there was another book somewhere along the line. Anyway, show card, £21, Whiteways Wines. Oh, there we are, I'm back to books. Strange. Lucky Dice and Henkel Top Option. 22 was that. Darren Hesketh Automata Working Model book, £32. They're 100 quid on Amazon, so that was a very good buy. Drop coin here, 46. I think that was signed by Ken Rubin, that particular copy. And then we're back to show cards. Players, Navy Mixture, £8. Redford's Gladiator Cigarettes, £11. The Where Are the Wisp Stockings, £12. Phosphorine, John Stewart Phosphorine, Deco one, £24. Redford's Navy Mixture, a very nice show card, that one, £28. That was it for the show cards. If anything, if there's not a price for it, just means that the highest offer wasn't accepted by the seller. Either that or there wasn't any offers at all, one or the other. So they may well, if they haven't sold this time, they may well reappear back on the site if the seller decides to, you know, relist their item instead of taking it home. Right, enamel signs, Fireguard, World War II one, £43. Press the play button again. Oxygen No Smoking, £50. The National Cyclists Union, £50. The big long, that was the long shop front one, 160. And the Tall St Bruno Flake, 220. So all of the enamel signs sold, so that's good. A good start on that front. So if anyone's got any enamel signs they wish to sell, do get in touch, because we've got buyers with money in their pockets waiting to buy enamel signs. So we'll try and get a few more on the site as soon as we get some in. Then moving on to the machines, which I'm sure is what you're all waiting for. So the Black Cherry, 1177. I haven't made a note this time of how many offers there were on each machine like I did last time. There's not really a quick way for me to do that. But there was quite a few. I think there was more than last time, and a lot of the offers came in again in the last hour. There was about 30, I think, or something crazy. In the between 11 and midnight on Sunday night, people leaving it till the last minute again. Anyway, Black Cherry, 1177. And the next one is the Jennings Governor, also 1177. And yes, they did both sell to the same buyer, unsurprisingly, as it's the same bid, same offer. Both very nice machines, those. Really good Governor, very good original chrome on that one. Original back door, key, everything. It was a really nice one. And the next one is, come on, wakey, the Brenner Ball Past the Arrow, 1250. Again, a really nice example of that one. The Mills Extraordinary, 1500. The Wonders Lido, 1600. And the Bimbo box, which was the highest price of this last lot that sold, 3,356. Which there was loads, there was a lot of interest in that. Thankfully, it didn't go abroad. And I'm sure the person who bought it won't mind me telling you, it's going back home. It came from Norfolk. One careful owner from New. It's going back to Norfolk to only its second owner from New. And it will get fully restored and be back on site. So that's pretty good. The owner is very happy that it's sort of going back home, as it were, and going to be looked after. So yeah, that's good. So there we are. That's that. This last lot of stuff that sold. As I say, any of the machines that didn't sell, and I think there was 2 or 3 show cards that didn't sell. They may well appear again if the respective owners decide to give them another whirl. So we'll see how they go. So I'll just click the play on that again, and I'll just let this run through. If anybody didn't catch in those prices the first time round, if you've joined in late. So there we are. Any chat or comments on that lot? Anybody surprised at anything that made too much, too little, not enough? Anybody miss anything by £1 and is kicking themselves? Again, you'll notice probably all the you know, the winner offers were all kind of odd amounts. B Pump, good name. Says only 6 or so machines sold. Yeah, there was 6 out of 14, was there? I think ended on Sunday. So there was, what didn't sell? There was a couple of vending machines didn't go. One bandit didn't go. The Pace Bantam. Can't think what else there was. I can't easily see because I just haven't programmed anything to do it at the minute. What didn't sell? So I'm doing from memory. There was two vending machines. The Pace Bantam, Peerless Pictures. What else was there? Somebody will have to help me because I can't remember. My mind's blank. Oh, there was a couple of little trade stimulators, wasn't there? Which nobody seemed to be much interested in. There was a Marvel trade stim and a Mini Sega. Mini Sega, yes, there we go. Well, a Mini Sega isn't a trade stimulator, really, is it? It's a bandit, but you know what I mean. Milky Way and Wrigley's, that's it. The 2 vendors, yeah, the restored ones. So everything that didn't sell is still here at the moment. Nobody's collected any there. Unsold items, so they may well decide to give them another go. Just as I said before, you know, there's not necessarily, there's always going to be everybody want to buy every single thing that's on offer. So we'll, you know, I don't mind trying them a couple of times. It's only if there's what I would consider to be a good offer turned down twice for something, then I'll say to the seller, look, you know, if you don't want to accept a sensible offer, don't waste all our time, take it back home again, try it somewhere else. But I don't think, I don't think we've reached that stage with any of these items yet. So hopefully they'll appear again. And of course, sometimes people are, would perhaps like to buy a couple of machines that we've got on offer, but can only afford to buy one at the present time, so they have to make an offer on one and not the other. So now one's sold. If it's sold to somebody else, they'll perhaps offer on the other one again, So there we are. Right, let's have a look. Rocco, did the Wonder Space All-in sell? No, it didn't. But as I say, it may well go on again. Mr. Treefox says, well done, Pete. Which site will it be on? Love the show Monday. Oh, I missed the show. I was out. I was trying to catch it on, was it on Channel 5? There's a catch-up thing for Channel 5, isn't there? I'll try and look it up. Peter says, interesting about the wall machines that did not sell, considering the good price of wall machines are making, must have very high expectations. I think there's only one. There's only one that didn't sell, wasn't there? Which was the Wonders Space Shop. I don't know what the highest offer on that one. Oh yeah, the French will win. Yeah, I don't think there was too high offers on that. It seems to be at the moment early stuff. People just aren't that interested in. To be quite honest, they seem to want later stuff. Electromechanical stuff seems to be doing very well at the moment. It'll be interesting to see what the La Ronde is it we've got at the minute. Go back to here. Let me just butt in this at the minute and show you what we've got currently for sale. Click the right button. Here we go. Yeah, La Ronde, that I suspect the way things are going at the moment and what I've seen on other odd machines that have turned up here and there is that will probably do very well. Carousel will win. I suspect they've always done well, so I'm sure that will do well. Just such a lovely looking machine. Yeah, so this lot we've got currently for sale. I'll click back onto the prices for a minute in case anyone's joined us in late. I'll just leave this scrolling through while we're having a chit chat. Peter says, yes, it was me that bought the Bimbo. Not sure which site yet. It's going to be restored first. Yeah. So as I say, the Thomas's family who sold it, they had it from new. It was in Thomas's arcade in Hunstanton from new until about 10 years ago, something like that. I think it went into store. It was a machine I remember as a little kid being fascinated with it. And so yeah, they're chuffed to bits that it's going back to Norfolk, back on site, kind of where it belongs. So that's really nice. And I can go and see it as well. Timothy says, in my fantasy, I own all the stuff and more in my castle. There are rules on the machines like, please be careful with those machines. They are or older than you will ever be. Yes. Yeah, I used to say that when I was operating machines. You get people banging machines. So that's older than, probably older than your grandfather is. It's like 100 years old or whatever. So be careful with it. But people just don't realise how, they've had a lot of use. A lot of machines are 100 years old or getting that way. And I've seen a lot of coins through them in that 100 years. Mr. Treefrog, best news really, kids will love it. The Bimbo box, they will, yeah. Yeah, I'll bring my nephew and niece up to see it. My nephew loves machines, so I think niece does as well, really. She'll love the little monkeys. They'll come and have a look at it. Beef hump. Wish I could take the sellers for a wee drink and flirt with them next time. Oh. Not sure if we can offer that service or not as an additional extra. How much would you pay for a flirtation, I wonder? Up your chances, yeah, well, you know. Yeah, I think overall the oh gosh, I've got cramp in my leg. Oh gosh. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, could have done without that. Oh, I'm not on this little screen. Not that I particularly want to be on the little screen. Let's see if I can. Hang on a minute. If I copy me from here, go back here and paste me in here. There we go. Why is it that big? I can't remember how I set this up last time. Anyway, there you go. Let me put me over here out of the way a little bit. Sure, you don't really want to look at me. It's just odd, hearing somebody speak when you can't see them. So yeah, the next machine's finished in this weekend. Let me just have a look while they're off screen. How many we've got finishing this coming Sunday? Oops, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one, Thurman, that finish? Yep, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, that's a bit ominous, isn't it? I think there's 13 machines finishing this Sunday. It says, sorry, mixed in the wall machines that are for sale with the next batch. Yeah, it's one of my jobs to do is to put a so on this page. I can't see my little mouse on the screen. That's weird. Anyway, is to put an ending date in these little boxes, and probably the ones that are finishing, like, you know, next, the ones that are finishing on the Sunday of that week, outline them in red or something, so it's obvious which ones are finishing first. That's on one of my many little jobs on my bits of paper here to do. I've just had a really busy few days. As I said before, the my other life, my proper job has gone a bit mad in the past few days, which is good because I need the money. TV production's all kind of gearing up again after all the lockdowns and whatnot, so busy on that score. So I've had to go and do a few jobs and have a few meetings and one thing and another. Yes, so while I'm on this screen, all these machines bar the last 2 high tops finish this coming Sunday. So because there's 3 Mills high tops, so one of them finishes, the other high top is a Sega. So then we have to get some more machines on. Hopefully there's some coming in. I think there's supposed to be some coming in this week. Thursday, I think somebody's bringing some machines to me in Leamington. So we'll try and get them on for the weekend. I still haven't got it on yet here. A nice Film Stars Bandit to go on. And there's various other things that I know are on the way. It's just people trying to find a day when I'm going to be around and they can get here, one thing or another. But on its way soon, over the next 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully, there is there's a Mills Poinsettia coming, which I think he's restoring, but I think it's complete from what the chap was saying. There's a Brian's what's the swingy one called? TikTok. or Hidden Treasure, one or the other. Can't remember which one. Anyway, one of those. There's X-ray card giving machine coming at some point. There's Domino coming. So there's a few things. There's more spares to go on. Etc. Hugo says, how is the Fairground art section coming along? Yeah, I'm working on that in the background. Working on how to lay it out. So it will be similar to the probably in a similar fashion as the calling up spare parts is. So like the slot machines is done on a kind of it works off the database, so you can look up by manufacturer of machine or type of machine, whatever, and eventually all that detail will be filled in. Because with Fairground art we can't be so specific really, because you don't always know who the artist was. In fact, you often don't know who the artist is. It's relatively rare that you do know who the artist is. You rarely know what ride or stall or show or whatever the thing has come off of. So it'll end up more like this page. So just there'll be a few pages, but there'll probably be a page for small signs, gag boards, that sort of thing. Probably a page for ride mounts like Galloping horses, arc bikes, that kind of thing. And perhaps a page for big panels of the stuff there, like rounding boards and Dodgem shutters, Hoopla panels, that kind of thing. So I'll split it up a little bit as best makes sense really. So I'm currently going through all the prices of all the stuff we've sold in the past, and sort of gathering them into half a dozen or so different lists that where stuff kind of fits together. So I can give a kind of price guide for things which people find really useful. So yes, that's working. I spoke to somebody this morning actually who has some Fairground art to sell. Got some quite nice bits. So yeah, ASAP really. Let me go back to the prices things. That's what we're supposed to be. I meant to put on here sold for, and I forgot to do that again. Never mind. The other thing I did in the week, hopefully everyone's figured out by now. You go back over here again. Is so I think everyone's paid for their things. I think very much on the top of up here in the menu bar, next to the little message thing, where on the sample account here it says £10. If you haven't bought or sold anything, you won't have seen this, but basically that shows your account balance, as it were, and if you click it, it quickly goes onto your statement page. So if you bought something, obviously it will be negative until you've paid us, because you'll be in debt. If you sold something and you're in credit because you haven't yet withdrawn the money, as it were, to your bank account, it will show in green. So for example here it's shown £10 owing. So it's just a very quick reference when you log in to see where you're at, and a sort of reminder that either you owe us money or we owe you money, whichever way around it happens to be. A reminder for those of you who haven't yet upgraded to Trader Member, or those of you who did a month to see what it was all about, to keep your founder member status, which will keep your membership fixed for at £10 a month for life, regardless of where the prices go in the future. Don't forget to sign up and or renew your membership by the end of this month. Most people have put it on standing order just so they don't forget, which is a sensible thing to do. Some people have paid up 3 months in advance. Several people have paid a year in advance, which is good. Thank you for those of you who put that much faith in the project. But this was a way to thank people really for having early faith in it. those who stumped up the money to start with get this benefit. So for as long as you remain a member, if you sign up before the end of June, your membership fee will never go above £10 a month. So as I say, if you've been meaning to do it and haven't got around to doing it yet, don't forget to do so ASAP, because you've only got until tomorrow midnight to do it. So do it tomorrow, basically. I'll send out an email reminder as well to everybody. In fact, I better do that when I finish this live stream, just to remind people, because somebody will forget and then they'll moan at me for not reminding them, I expect. Email trader offer runs out. Note for self. Where are we at? Hang on a minute. I've covered up the comments box to see if anybody else wants to say anything. Let me just scroll down here. No. Any more comments of anybody? Any more? Let me go back to the prices. Press the right button. There we go. There's that black thing in the corner of the screen. It's just I've not framed this out very well. Hang on a minute. What do I need to do? There we go. That's better. Got rid of the black bits. So yes, I say so. Don't forget that. Machines ending this Sunday is virtually all of them. Viewing this weekend is fine. If you want to come look at something, just let me know. Send me a message through the website. Saturday or Sunday is fine. If you want to collect stuff you've bought, again, Saturday, Sunday here in Cambridgeshire is fine. Thursday, probably 99% sure I'll be in Leamington. So if you bought something you want to collect from Leamington, because that's easy for you, you can collect Thursday. You could, in theory, also probably collect it Friday, because I can leave it a couple of doors down in Leamington. I'm not going to be around there Friday, but I can leave it there. My mate's warehouse, a couple of doors down. You can collect from there, no problem. If that's easy for you, but they're only open weekdays. Smaller bits if you bought show cards, possibly the signs as well, other than the really big enamel signs, they could be posted out to you for whatever it costs. Books as well, I think all the books have gone. Not the one book left here that has been collected yet or posted out. Mr. Treefrog says the automatic updates on sales is not fully automated yet, from what I could tell when midnight struck. Okay, what was the problem? Because it should be. So something what were you expecting to happen that didn't happen is what I need to know, then I can look into it. Because I think it worked. Everybody got their all the sellers got their highest offer through and either accepted or rejected. So that side of things worked. So anybody whose offer was rejected, either because the seller rejected all the offers, or obviously if there was 2 or more offers, accepted the high offer, then all the other ones were automatically rejected. You should have got a message to say so. So let me know what didn't work. I'm just having a look on here to see, I'm just checking something while I'm waiting for you to update me on that. Peter says it worked well at my end. Yeah. The failed bids took a while and offers accepted did not appear on the sold item in the database, just showed 0. Yes, so yeah, that's depending on whenever the seller logs in and chooses whether or not to accept your bid, basically. So I asked them to do so within 24 hours, which everybody did. I think the last one, funny enough, the last one was the Bimbo box. And that's the owner, he works in TV and film as well, funnily enough, and he was out on set. I got hold of him, I think it was about 9 o'clock Monday night, and he did it then while I was on the phone with him. I think that was the last one to be done. So yeah, so it's automatic in as much as at midnight the seller is notified of whatever the highest offer is. But obviously if they're not up at midnight, it's dependent on them logging in and either accepting or rejecting the offer. So that's why there's that slight time delay. As for some of the results not showing, I mean, for example, I'm just looking at the, if I put you back on here, on the Lido, the price history is not, I'm aware it's not there. It seems to be, and I've got to look into the code, I haven't had time. If it's something we've sold before, so for example, what else do we sell at the weekend? Jennings Governor, let's say. That should, I would think that shows, I'll check while we're talking. Jennings Governor, yes, it shows, and it shows 0. I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, there's obviously a glitch in the code there somewhere. Because the last lot I did semi-manually, they did work. So none of those shown from this last lot then. What else did we sell? The Bimbo box, let's just look at that. Search by type. Whatever did I call that? A working model, probably. Bimbo box. Yeah, 0, yes. Okay, yep, there's a glitch there somewhere. Well spotted. What I was going to say, I was aware that, like I just showed you with the Lido, well, I hadn't got any previous sale results. For some reason, the ones via this website weren't showing. Whereas we had sold one before in the past, like for example with the Bimbo here. Just scroll down the page, you can see the Bimbo we sold back in October 19 shows, and the one we just sold at the weekend shows. So there's something funny going on with the code there, which just needs me to find an hour to have a look at, which I'll try and do once I finish this stream. Check prices, results. Not showing, because when I did the first lot manually, those first 40 machines, because it wasn't fully automated then, those came through. So I don't know what I've done. It'll be something simple, hopefully. I've got new bits of paper now stuffed in my keyboard for little notes. I'll make little notes like this and shove them in the keyboard. Right, that's another little job to do then. Thank you very much for spotting that, Mr. Tree Frog. I've got Richard, that'll be. Hello, Richard. Says, I've not bought anything this time, but the site looks good. Nice bit of coding, Steve. Thank you very much. We'll be selling some rounding boards once you get the art section up and running. Super. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be easier for you to meet me in Leamington for that. So we'll sort that out in the next week or two, hopefully. Yeah, there's a roll down board here. There's what have I got here? There's an carved organ figure here to go on. There's some 2 or 3 small fairground signs, nice little tickets. there's a few bits and bobs to go on. Building up, so hopefully have a a nice sort of start to that section. Because again, a bit like when we started off with the slots, if there's only one or two things to sell, then obviously people are going to think, well, do I really want to pay up my subs fee just to make an offer on one or two things? So I need a little batch of stuff to get going, really. And then once, I think I said before, once I've done that, there's Fairground Books as well to go on. So again, it makes sense to put the Fairground Books on when we got the Fairground Art section up and running. So I'll do those at the same time. Couple of is I'll bring my 1933 Stoner Turf Champion 2. Oh, lovely. I don't see many of those around. That'll be a nice nice piece to stick on the site. Getting a good video of that going. Lovely. Anybody else spotted any problems with a couple of people? A couple of the sellers didn't realise. I will get around to setting up a demo to show you how the selling thing works, which I haven't got on this account at the minute. But basically, on your sales page, you have a thing which says the highest offer we've received for your whatever, your Brian's 11s, let's say, is £600, let's say, accept or reject. But those buttons are not clickable until you click a little circle beside them to activate those buttons. And it's just like a safety switch, as it were, so you can't accidentally scroll through the page, especially if you're using like an iPad or something. When you're scrolling, you can accidentally tap buttons, as I'm sure you're all aware. So, obviously I didn't want it that you could accidentally accept an offer which you didn't think was enough, or accidentally reject an offer that you wanted to accept. So that's why I put those little safety switches in. And a couple of people didn't realise that they couldn't get the buttons to click, and that was why. So I'll probably need to explain that a little bit better in the future. Mr. Treefrog, could emails be linked to failed and successfully bids and for sellers to accept or reject just before? Yes, I'm working on that one. We've got a big problem at the minute with BT Internet emails. If your email is a btinternet.com email, or a btopenworld.com email, or a talk21.com email, or you use any services that go through them, then they have changed their anti-spam rules in such a way that it makes it almost impossible for a site like ours, which uses automated emails, to get emails to go through to you, which is just crazy. I mean, none of us like spam, but when you're signed up to something and you've initiated that process, you expect to be able to get an email from that website, don't you? So we're trying to figure out how to get around that at the minute. Because again, I don't want to say to people, oh, you can rely on getting an email to say you've bought something or sold something or whatever, and then it turns out that half the emails aren't getting through to anybody. And I had lots of problems with emails over the years. Sending out bulk emails, all right, sending one or two to people. When you're sending out thousands at a time, just because everyone's having to clamp down on all their anti-spam rules, it makes it really difficult to send anything generated by a website. So we're working on that. I've also looked at text messaging, automated text messages. The only problem there is the expense, really, because every text message costs us money to send. So it might be something we can do as an option in the future if you wanted to pay. However, it's not a lot, but it's a few pence a message. But obviously, to me, if I'm only charging you a tenner a month and you're taking up £11 worth of text messages a month, that doesn't make an awful lot of sense. But that is something that it's possible to do. There's just a cost involved, that's all. So yeah, so as soon as I can get this email issue resolved, which they're working on, then we can activate that. I mean, the text thing could be as simple as just sending you a text through if you've got any kind of alerts on your account, i.e. if you've bought something or sold something or got a message or something like that. Because again, it's the same with the automated alerts, where if you're looking for something on your wanted list and that thing is listed for sale, those automated alerts are intended to go through email. They're not running yet because of this email issue. So you know, the intention of those was just to run it, basically run a script every night that says, oh, you know, today we've listed a bimbo box for sale. Have a check through anybody who's looking for a bimbo box and send them a message to say, hey, there's a bimbo box for sale. That's how it will work. But again, it's not much good doing that if half the people are not going to get the emails. The joys of technology. Right, let's have a look. Any more comments off anybody? Any more suggestions, ideas, or problems you've found? Especially problems, of course, because if there's problems, they need fixing. So I need to know. Or bright ideas like the email things, which is yeah, something being worked on in the background. Why have I still got this page up? I don't know. Let me put that one back again. There we go. Back. Let me put back this one of stuff. There's not, so there's currently we've sold all the advertising stuff at the moment. That's all gone. There's no books listed at the minute either. Site is looking a bit bare. We need to get some more stuff on. So all these machines finished this Sunday, barring the last two high tops. And again, that was a feedback from the first time we sold several machines the same. People saying, well, we don't know which one to make an offer on, because I don't want to end up with, in this case, 3 high tops. I only want one. So that first batch of 40 machines was an exception, because the chap wanted them all sold in one go. But from now on, where there's duplicates of things, I'll stagger them a week apart. So if you don't get, in this example, if you don't get the first high top, you'll know, so that you can make an offer on the second one. Or equally, if you have bought the first one and you don't want any more, then clearly you don't make offers on anymore. Rather than trying to figure out which one to make an offer on and then being disappointed because you didn't get any of them. So that will hopefully work out okay in the future. I don't envisage ever being more than 2 or 3 of anything at the same time. Yeah, it's just when a batch of stuff comes in, or if we happen to get similar things in from different people. Yeah, so they all finish, and then we've got, if you haven't spotted yet, if you look under the coin op menu, the last thing there, spares and suppliers. Spares is now running. There's some more bits to put on. Some mechs. I think there's 2 Mills Bandit mechs, 2 Sega mechs. What else was there? I'm sure there's some other odd bits and bobs to go on. When I get around to it, I'll have a rummage in my box of spare parts as well. There's not much left in my own spares. I've either just given them to people over the years, or lost them, or used them up on machines when I used to restore a lot of machines. So I haven't got a lot left. But if I find anything looking useful, I'll stick it on, because somebody, I'm sure, will be able to use it on a restoration. Yeah, so like here, you'll see on here, I put the closing date on the spares thing, so I'll do the same. These all close, most of them close. Oh, yeah, some of these close this weekend, 4th of July. I need to rearrange that order so they're at the top ready, don't I? Another little tweak to do. But where we've got a closing date on here, I'll do that on everything else as well. So signs, machines, books, etc. It's easy to see when they close. Richard says, I run online learning systems for my son's company, and we have the same problem as you with automated emails, either going to spam, junk, or even being just deleted. So good luck with that. Yeah, I know, it's a real big problem. It's a real problem. Peter says, signing off. Don't forget to feed the monkeys tonight. I shall do that. Give them a banana each. Yeah, as I say, it's particularly with BT, and it's to do with, well, they did tell me what it was, something technical I don't know about anything about, complicated records on the email server, basically. And if emails are not being sent from the same IP as the domain name is hosted on, if the DNS records are wrong and all that sort of gets really complicated beyond my comprehension. I can program a website, but actual server management, and especially email server management, I haven't got much of a clue on, to be quite honest. I rely on them to do that for me, because it gets really complicated and it's constantly changing, especially the email thing with all the anti-spam messages and everything else. So you need to be really on top of it. It's not something that I have time to learn. David says, hello Steve, just logged on, I'll watch the repeat. Okie dokie. I've dropped your machine off as promised in Leamington, so that's ready to be collected tomorrow. I think I sent you a message as well. If not, I meant to. I'm sure I sent you a message. Which says, wrong place for this discussion, but you want to try sending auto emails to school and uni systems. Oh gosh, yes. I'm sure that's even more complicated. Data protection and I guess especially if they're under 18 and all that sort of nonsense. Yeah, I'm sure that gets really complicated. It's just all the spammers that ruin it. It's like these phone messages I had yesterday when I was out on the road in the morning on the way to this telly job. I had 8 phone calls from automated phone calls from Daniel, supposedly at Amazon.com, telling me that suppose my account was compromised and I was being billed £1,499 to my card on my account. Like, yeah, right, whatever. And all from different mobile numbers. But the trouble is they looked like genuine mobile phone numbers, so of course I had to answer because I didn't know if it might be, one of you wanting to arrange to pick up a machine, or had a query with payment, or want to sell something, or come to that one of the TV jobs I'm working on. You never know who's going to ring up from them, and they're always on the mobiles, so it was a real pain. It was driving me mad yesterday morning. I had one today, so it's not quite so bad today. But I don't know how, what you can do to stop it. Keep blocking numbers, and they just ring on a different number all the time, which are all fake, of course, anyway. But the phone companies must, the tech must be there to stop spoofed phone numbers, the same as with emails. It must be possible to make it so that a phone, when your phone rings with a number on it, that it has to be the number that's actually calling, and not some spam call center in India or wherever the hell it is. Why they can't do that, I don't know. Must be in on all the fraud, in my opinion. But there we are. Any more questions off anybody? How are we doing for time? It's just gone 9 o'clock. If anybody needs to know anything else about anything we sold at the weekend, let me know. If not, then I will sign off in a bit and go and have another cup of tea. It's been a long old day. Talking about Hi-Li style holiday camp set that's got to be sorted out next week or two. And a very strange magic prop I've got to build, which I can't really tell you much about. I'm not allowed to, but that should be quite good fun. I think it will look very good. So that's quite an interesting job. The next live stream will be, in theory, Friday night, with whatever new stuff I managed to get on this week, which probably won't be much, to be quite honest, this week. As I say, there's a nice Bandit here waiting to go on, and I think there's a couple of machines coming in on Thursday. There's a few more spare parts to go on. But yeah, there probably won't be a great deal going on this week. But whatever there is, I'll round up. We'll do a little roundup and have a look at it. Because it's proving useful for people to see, if you need to know more details about something, then I can make a note and make sure those details get added onto the website. Why am I looking at the spare parts page still? Oh no, here we are. It's all right. I'm looking at the wrong screen. Too many screens open on the computer. So don't forget, anybody, if you haven't done already and you intended to do so, that the upgrade offer ends tomorrow night at midnight. I will send an email out to remind everybody, at least to those who get the email. I think most of those do get through because they go on a different system. And if you did the one-off, if you sort of did a one-off payment last month and intend to renew and have forgotten or haven't done it yet, then it's just a gentle reminder to redo it. Most people have set them up on standing orders. I think they did the first month and then set up a standing order because they're now starting to come through. I noticed there was 4 or 5 today, and there's half a dozen or so yesterday, I think, coming through on the standing order. As it gets toward the end of the month for people to renew, so that's good. Anybody who's sold stuff, if you haven't done so already, let me have your bank details so I can send you your money. Or if you want to collect cash, you can do that, not a problem, whichever suits you best. So if there's no more questions off of anybody, what we'll do is, when these prices run out on the next go round, as they are at the moment, so when it gets to the bimbo box, we'll call it a night there, I think. And I'll go and do some work. I'm going to try and work out why the latest price results are not showing like they should do. So that'll be my little project for this evening over a cup of tea, I think. Try and get that working. And as I say, send out an email reminder to everybody that the lifetime offer ends tomorrow night. And then we'll catch up again on Friday. Viewing at the weekend if you wish to do so. And there'll be a few more bits online for the weekend. And lots of machines finishing at the weekend. So don't forget to get your offers in. any more for any more, because you've got about a minute probably, if you need any more information, any questions, any ideas or comments. Speak now or forever hold your peace, as they say. Yeah, the numbers are going down, so people are drifting off. Well, that's good. Well, it's not good, but you know, I know people are disappearing. Richard says, thanks, Steve. Have an enjoyable evening with PHP in the sequel. Yes, see you soon. Good night. Nighty night. Yes, I'll, yes, go and delve in the PHP and see what's going on. Dave says, yes, thanks for the message. Great. Thank you. Okay, don't forget to give a thumbs up under the video, everybody. And all have a good... Mr. Tree Fox says, back to the football. I don't do football, so you're welcome to that. You know my opinion of football. I've got a nice football machine, an Essex footballer, in the shed waiting to be restored. That's about as far as I go with football. Oh, and a cast iron football. I've got 2 football machines. I must like football more than I thought. It's worrying. Any more for any more? We've got 11 thumbs up. That's good. Thank you very much. Here we go then. I don't think there's any more comments coming through, so I'll just run through these 5 machines. Black Cherry 1177. And the Governor. I'm sure the buyer will be very pleased with that. It's a really nice one. And the Brenner Fun 1250. It's like bingo, isn't it? And 1500 for the Extraordinary. 1600 for the Lido. And the highest price this week was for, wait for it. Oh, meant to pause that. There we go. The Bimbo box, 3356. So that's it. That's your lot. Good night, everyone, and we'll catch up again on Friday at 8:05 as per usual. Nighty night.